Okay, bye-bye. Gio! Get in here! I got a new case for you!
Hey.
Hi. So, the police department just called and they just found a family of 7 living in their car on the side of Route 9. The patrolman who found them said the kids were out of control. They took them to the shelter next door so they could shower. And they've been told to come here afterwards, so they should be here soon.
Alright. Do we know anything else about the family? Are they from this area? Have they been here before?
I'll check the system. Sanders. Yes, he was here once last year. Let's see. Sam Sanders came from an initial meeting because he was afraid his wife would leave him if he didn't. He's been unable to keep a job due to problems with alcohol. At that time, they were already in danger of being evicted. They had been unable to afford childcare, so in the past, Sam would work during the day and Sally would work during the night. This presented another problem because Sam would often return from work intoxicated and unable to properly care for the children, whose ages range from 1 to 7 years old. During the first meeting, Sam was presented with suggestions and referrals to treatment agencies and employment agencies, but after that, we never heard from him again.
Wow. 5 kids. That's a lot of kids. Who worked with him?
It says James met with him. He's not here today, but you can get their file and review the actual case notes.
Alright, thanks. Sanders. Alright, got it. Let's see. Children. Ages 1, 2, 5, and 7. Children were taken downstairs to play room. They were very excited and loud, but played nicely with one another. Father didn't seem very interested in being there, kept mentioning that Sally said she'd leave him if he didn't get help. Plan was made to meet the next week, but he never showed up and did not have a phone number to reach him at. Father has done mostly warehouse work in the past, and Mother has waitressed. Alright, I think I got all I need. Okay, I found the files. Do you mind discussing some objectives with me for the first meeting?
Sure thing.
Alright.
Well, let's make sure that there's someone available who can watch the kids.
Alright.
I can do that for you. What do you think should be the objectives of the first meeting?
Well, looking at the files, it sounds like we should talk about perhaps going to Duchess Works to find some employment options. And then, of course, there's the issue of housing. I think that those should be my main objectives. Also, maybe we can talk about that alcohol issue if Sam's willing.
Definitely. Those sound like really good goals for the first meeting. They should be here soon, so go prepare your office and get ready.
Alright, thanks. Alright, this is a family who's coming from a poor background, so I want to make sure that there's nothing that points out a class disparity. Let's see. Vacation in the Caribbean, I think I should put that away. Alright, now, I want them to believe that I can help them, that I understand where they're coming from, so I think everything else is okay. My clothes aren't too flashy. I think I'm all set. Alright, now let me try to understand the situation of these clients. They have no home and no prospective employment, so they have no income. They have 5 young children. What would it feel like if I couldn't provide for my family, or if I didn't have any job or home? Wow, that would really suck. Now, how might I be affected by these clients? I've had alcoholism in my family, so I can understand that to a certain point. But this family is very unique, and even if I've gone through a similar situation, I really don't know what they're going through. So, how am I feeling today? I'm really pissed that Sandra took that last donut. She had 2, and I didn't even get any. That jerk. It's okay, Amy, just set that aside, and so that we can really focus on the clients. Just put everything out of your mind and we can come back to that later. All right, now that I got that out of my system, it's time to write a preliminary plan. The general purpose of this meeting is information gathering and referral. Explain ethical policies that might affect them. Explore presenting issue of unemployment. Keep note of both Sam and Sally's attitude about drinking. Note how they feel as parents, and if there are any known issues with any of the children. Ask how they acquire the necessities of food, water, and clothing. Help them to make a plan of finding shelter and employment. All right, I think I'm ready.
Amy, the receptionist said they're bringing their kids downstairs, then they're coming up.
All right, thank you. Hello, how are you today?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm Amy Guillaume, a licensed social worker here at Family Services. It's nice to meet you. Sam and Sally Sanders?
Nice to meet you, Ms. Keto.
Is it okay to call you Mr. and Mrs. Sanders?
Sam and Sally is fine.
All right,
Take some candy.
that's fine. Why don't you take a seat? Okay, Sam and Sally, it's nice to meet you. First of all, I want to make the purpose of this meeting clear. We're meeting today to talk about your current living and employment situation and figure out a plan to try to help your situation. Does that sound all right?
Sounds good to me.
All right, well, before we do anything else, I want you to know that anything we talk about here is completely confidential. The only reason I would ever have to break confidentiality with any client would be if they expressed that they or someone they knew was in some kind of danger. Otherwise, though, you can trust that your situation will remain private. Do you have any questions about that?
Actually, yeah. My brother's been trying to track me down because I owe him some money. And if he calls you, would anyone tell him that I've been here or no?
No. If you were to call here, he would be told that we cannot disclose any information at all, not even to family members.
Okay.
So, from what I've heard, you and your 5 children have been living in your car?
Yes, only until we find work though. Now that we're in Poughkeepsie, we figure we might be able to find jobs and a cheap apartment.
So, you're only living in your car temporarily until you make enough money to afford an apartment?
Yeah, I got laid off from my job at the warehouse about, I don't know, like 3 weeks ago.
Laid off? I don't think so. He got himself fired for showing up to work drunk.
That's enough. Anyways, the fact is I lost my job and I've been having trouble finding another one. Sally's been working at a restaurant, but that's not enough for 7 people.
Well, I want you both to know that there are a lot of agencies in this area that can help you with these issues. At this agency, we help clients to make goals to try to make changes in their lives. So you can meet with me, your caseworker, and talk about anything concerning your family that you need help with or would like to change. We also refer clients to other agencies in the area that can help them make specific goals. For instance, I could help you schedule an appointment with CareerWorks to help you make a resume and find a job. I could also call Hudson River Housing to make arrangements for you to stay at a family shelter and maybe eventually to help you find subsidized housing. Also, Family Services helps clients to apply for things like food stamps and unemployment benefits. So there are several options for you and your family. Does that all make sense? Do you have any questions about that?
No, I understand.
Now, in order for Family Services to help you, there are a few things that you must do. First, there's some paperwork to fill out that I can help you with after our meeting is over. You're also responsible to keep any appointments that you make either with me or with other agencies that I refer you to. The other agencies will probably have certain requirements in order for you to receive their services as well. Also, I want you to know that any of the suggestions I make are only suggestions. Ultimately, the goals you set are up to you. So, always let me know what it is that you want. Now, all of this is a lot to take in, I know. So, did you follow all of that, or would you like me to clarify anything at this point?
No, I think we get it.
Do you feel like you understand what Family Services does and what it requires of its clients?
Yeah, but I actually have a problem. We don't have a phone right now. I don't know how we'd be able to schedule appointments.
Well, we can schedule the next meeting right now if you want.
That works.
Great.